In this example, we were looking at a BDCC trade, and this was our long-term continuation trade with an accelerated move at the back end here. This also was a breakout. Let's take a look at the 1-week chart. Here we can see the stock trading. It gaps up, so we can also expect to see it on a gap up search. And then it continues to grind higher. As it did so, yesterday it broke out and it made a new 10-day high. Today, the stock is gapped up and it's adding to those gains. That's why it's a continuation confirmed trade. And here we can see the breakout. In this example, we had an EDRC trade where the stock came down, is in a negative trend, and it bounced. And now we're looking for a reversal off of that bounce to get it to continue its downtrend. This particular setup was also a breakdown. Let's take a look at the 1-week chart, and here we can see we will find this on also a gap down search. The stock comes down, makes a new 10-day low, and this was a confirmed trade today because it's continuing that move lower. In this example, we looked at an EDCC trade. Once the stock peaked, it fell on hard times and the trend was extremely strong, and the stock could not even muster much of a bounce here before it continued its downtrend. This particular setup is called red line. I have green lines for bullish trades and red lines for bearish trades. And basically I got the name of this from the candle, the body of the candle that it forms. In this instance, I'm looking for a stock that opened near its high and closed near its low of the day. We can see that yesterday the stock opened near its high and closed near its low, and that would form a red-bodied candle or a red line. This was a continuation confirmed trade. So today we can see that that significant price level was broken and there's continuation to that move today. So this is a red line. I knew that all these searches had to be well organized, so I created a table that's 6 columns wide. When I hover over the column header, I can find out the description for each one of these classes and setups. If I scroll across, we'll see EDCC red line. Bearish day continuation confirmed, and this is a red line pattern. If I go down to the middle of the chart, we'll see AMLN. You might wonder why I've gone to such great lengths to do all of this. Why not just have a search that returns 2 or 3 stocks each day? Early on, I recognized that searches that are too restrictive often omit the best candidates because the stock doesn't conform perfectly to a trading pattern. On the other hand, searches that were too open yielded too many results, and I wasted time sifting through garbage. I knew there had to be a happy medium. My solution was to develop a series of searches that yielded about 300 results a day. I created a user-friendly interface so that I could quickly view each chart. The next part of the filtering process would be the most powerful computer I know, a trained eye. I use my pattern recognition skills to narrow my universe down to 20 stocks, both bullish and bearish. This is how I get from 25,000 stocks down to 20 stocks each day. My scanner is the cornerstone to all of my research. I have a drop-down menu that I use to view all of my various searches. When I click on any one of these, it populates a 6-column wide table with lots of symbols, and then I click on each symbol to bring up a pop-up chart. That gives you an idea of where my searches are coming from and where these pop-up windows are coming from. I use this to identify my chart of the week. Programmed into my searches is a governor. If the market's tanking, I shouldn't be looking for bullish trades. Naturally, more bearish trades will show up in my searches, and that's where I should be focusing my attention. Such was the case in this particular day, and you can see how rich the results are for these bearish trades. The bullish searches won't return many results, but the ones that show up are very strong, and they'll make great trades once the market finds support. This naturally selective feature keeps me on the straight and narrow as a trader. For instance, let's take a look at PBT that came up on this bullish search during a very bearish day. There doesn't appear to be too much to get excited about except that the stock has held its own during a weak market. However, if we look at the 1-year chart, look at that movement. This is a very strong stock, and it will make a great trade once the market finds support. Each week after my market analysis, I'll highlight and describe a particular search. I'll explain what I'm looking for, and then I'll take a look at some of the results. In the Chart of the Week video, I'll tip my hat by showing you the most promising pick for a brief moment, and then I'll start where I left off on the previous video, and I'll continue flipping. I feel that the more examples you see, the better. In some instances, you'll see great candidates. In others, you'll see why I don't like a particular stock. My goal is to teach you how to use and how to develop pattern recognition skills on your own. I'll conclude the presentation by reviewing the Chart of the Week. Throughout the process, I'll show you what I like about the stocks and what I don't like about the stocks. But remember, the Chart of the Week is only a starting point. This is a diamond in the rough, and a lot more analysis needs to be conducted before it's worthy of a trade. In the next step of my systematic approach, I would take my Chart of the Week candidate and I'd conduct extensive fundamental analysis. I need to know what's driving the stock. If it still looks promising, I'll review the technicals on a detailed chart where I can draw trend lines and overlay a variety of different studies. To this point, I haven't even contemplated options. In order to become a good option trader, you first have to become a good stock market analyst and a good stock picker. My opinion of the stock and the market determines my option strategy. Throughout my blog, I reinforce this systematic approach. The Chart of the Week will help you develop pattern recognition skills, and it'll identify potential trades. I won't publish it on a scheduled basis because I want you to keep checking back to see when a new one has been posted. Now that you have all the background information, let's look for relative strength and weakness within the market. Remember that the videos come in pairs, and we always start with the market. Good luck, and I hope you find some great trading ideas.